Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the city of YouTubington, North Carolina, USA. Alright, in today's episode, we are going to be doing an absolute ton of detail work, some land reclamation. We're also going to be making a new river to the sea, a river park of sorts. A falls of sorts, and we're also going to be doing a ton of paths, as usual, you know me. We're also going to be detailing a lot and adding in buildings to our new area we built in the previous two episodes, as well as a new highway access to that new area that we're going to add on to some more. Let's just keep it growing, guys. And let's just keep it going on the other end too, and growing. So if you're liking what you're seeing, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you're really feeling like a legend. And we appreciate you. Alright, without further ado, guys, I say we get into this. Let's get it. Alright, and as I said, we are going to be working today with this area, growing in some of the residential and the business and industrial. We're going to be doing this highway and extending it out to here to connect to this eventually, probably in the following episode, or possibly the next one, depending on what slips and what makes it. Alright, we're going to be also working with this area underneath of the highway there too, though. But I also want to grow this potentially in, not this episode, but potentially the following episode, which I'm excited for that. We're going to move a bunch of our garbage and stuff. I want to do like a, like we did on Subopolis, I want to do a wood industry forestry company. We'll treat it as one company over in there and do its own little district. Alright, well, we're gonna get into this. As promised, we're gonna fix these highway access. Gonna get rid of it and start fresh. Doing a little bit of adjusting and raising of the tracks and roads with Move It. Get stuff a little bit more space to work here. There we go. Your boy is starting to learn. Yeah. And what I kind of decided to do is almost sort of a bus only off ramp for them. Go ahead and connect them into their own stuff. Allow a little bit more main access with it. And this I was kind of thinking was like, yeah, I don't like that, but then after actually doing it, I considered it and was like, you know what, I actually kind of do like the way this is working. So I decided to do sort of a dirt berm. Probably in a later episode we'll come in and we'll add some foliage and stuff to hide this section. Gotta love Move It and the road tools. And anarchy, of course. Where would we be without anarchy? They fixed that bridge section. Probably in the following episode. I don't know, I need to redo it. It kind of has a bit of a dip, and it's driving me crazy. Just because of the elevation change, I think I need to add more. It sort of fixed it on that side, but I need to do the other side. And then we redo this train here. And I did that with the dirt berm as well, but decided against it and decided to do it as a elevated section. I'm passing under the highway there. And then I connected it into the underground as well. And we're going to get rid of most of this, but we're going to actually leave a few pieces as sort of a backstory to the old trains that once were here and ran. And now, obviously, you know, with the upgrades and the years passing by, they've managed to kind of make it an unnecessary pass. And again, here you can move it to get it a little bit more placed directly there. I'm trying to get my bridge section to actually be reachable here and move it out. Trying to make it look a little better. A little bit more gentle curve there. There we go. And of course, I made this map and used far too many trees, so I don't have any trees. So a little quick cheeky secret is to just take it from the opposite side of a mountain that you may have done. Because I've been meaning to do this kind of ritzy gated community for a while now and add trees to it. We're going to add a bunch of trees here in the next couple minutes, and you'll see the complete difference that it makes in the city itself. Already the difference that it makes in there is amazing. That looks fantastic with the trees. And obviously a lot of these spots where there's empty spots for business or residential, if they build up, it will remove the trees, and then it will give me those trees back again to use again in another space. But for now, it makes it definitely look better. We're going to steal quite a bit from right over here in that little area. We'll just pretend a timber company came in and removed it. That looks so much better already. So much better. Let's see if we can find another spot. We'll be cheeky and remove these trees here. There we go. Right. Steal a couple little patches there. Because I mean that happens in the woods. You have a little grassy knoll in the middle of the woods that's exposed. We're gonna steal some more from over here now. You see I did that before though, like right there. There's all the clearings. If you want to, you can go back and pause it. There's clearings and little animal paths that I put into the map already, so I'll be sure to try not to touch those too much. But the trees around the highway, major difference to the city already. And some more trees right here. There we go. That already looks a lot better. Adjust our tax rate here. Everybody's quite upset with the tax rate for the residential there. You can see the little dollar with the little percent sign on top. But some people have actually moved. Seem to be having an issue with our sewage a bit too. We'll take care of that here in just a minute. I'm seeing that issue. Yeah, our water capacity is through the roof, but our sewage capacity is not doing well. And this really just isn't working in general like I intended it. I kind of wanted it as a bypass that would connect up to the lake and eventually filter the water out and let it settle. Almost like a settling pond. But again, this is not working as intended, so I think we're going to have to rethink this whole area. There we go, we got a pretty even capacity for water and sewage now, but our amount of water coming out of here is just insane, so we are going to officially connect to this up. Get our little general shape going on here. There we go. Close it off so we don't get the ocean coming in backward on us. Then we'll go back through and make a little second simple pass. Need to bridge these sections real fast, let the water pass by. There we go, and then we'll go through with another brush and a little bit more detail to the edges. Round it off a little amalgamation, a little bit of detail and shaping. There we go. And we'll probably come back through and detail that probably either the following episode or the one after that. Being a little cheeky and stealing some trees again. Because we need trees. Alright, now we're going to make this park here. This is what I said in the beginning of the episode. A park, sort of. A park by the Pooh River. And actually, by the time the water gets to here, it's probably more settled than it would have been initially going into the lake. And now the lake is closed off, they'll let the lake settle. And that'll actually become a little bit of a thing. Making a little bit of a rock maze there. Then I decided to go crazy with the rocks and make this like a rock island with a cave. Thinking of doing like a little caving thing. Just generally detailing up with some trees and bushes and such. And there's the water. Hello, water. A little bit of that down before the water gets too deep to put it. Remember that too, if you want to detail the base of where your water is. You can add your rocks and your details, little car, such as that, before the water actually gets there. Because once the water gets there, it won't just allow you to do it. Unless you anarchy it, I believe you can anarchy it. But you can do it without having to anarchy or break the game, or if you're playing vanilla and you want to do it, that's the way to go about it. That's your goal. Here we go. A little bridged over. Don't know why that one decided to go crazy on me, but it did. Let's see if we can get a path in here. kind of lead it through here. Let's see, kind of weave it through amongst the rocks and the trees. Come back around and connect up. And then we'll get another one out to there and end. Maybe we'll not maybe, we will come back through it again in a following episode and detail this a little more. Give it some more benches, some seating. Need to see if I can find a little like barbecues, like park barbecues somewhere. I would say in the Steam Workshop, but unfortunately they aren't allowing anybody to do that anymore. I like this little bridge section there. Just a random little tiny bridge. And then that is going to end there for a second. Bridge that over. As like an inner walk path. Because the outer one's kind of going to determine the park area. And then I'll connect that back up to the end. And then this is going to go across. And that's fine. We'll just take another one. Place it down very carefully. Go, see if we can move it and do a little bit of maneuvering and tweaking here to make it look a little better. And there we are. Add some more trees. And there we go. Detailing it up. Get a few here and there. Get a few of these ones as well. There we go. I'd say that looks pretty decent. The water's kind of seeping through this one side, but that's okay, because we're about to free the water anyway. Kind of thinking about doing something like this. So it doesn't, if there is any chance that it hasn't settled by the time it gets to this point, maybe it can be a little better. Going into the ocean. You know what? No. We're just gonna go ahead and open it up like a regular river. I'm going for realism here. Let's see if we can make it look a little more how it should. Add a little dam in here for no reason other than just get a little bit of free cheeky power. Look, our poo is providing power. Nope. Alright. Now we're going to do a bit more land reclamation. Totally disrespecting the topography here, but shh, we won't say nothing. Be our secret. Alright, grab this. Pull that in. There we go. Getting some flooding going on here. We're gonna flood YouTubington. Just like we did Subopolis. Alright, let's see if we can build up a little wall here of land. Very realistic, kind of. I see some ridiculous spots like these here. We need to smoothen these up a little bit. A little bit too big. There we go. Just a little better. Smoothen that off, and then we'll come back in and add some more again. Just not as strong this time. Don't sit at one point and hold the button. It won't turn out. Oop, got another one. Gotta protect the residential here. There we go. And you know what? Honestly, we'll just do it around this nastiness too, for the moment, because we are planning on moving this. Actually, here in just a minute, we're one thing at a time. There goes the flood. The flood of poo water. Alright. Now, as for this nasty landfill and incinerator, we're going to go ahead and take care of this problem now. Add some road here. Wow, the flooding's going quite far. Taking away a few of my trash trucks there. I was debating on just adding like 1 or 2 of these, but I think I'm actually going to make this into quite substantial garbage area like we did in our Subopolis series. Connect this up. Another one there, another one there. We'll do 4 more incinerators here, I think. And then we're going to fence the whole area off. There we go. Beautiful. We might adjust that fencing to kind of include and expand it a little bit more in a later episode as we need it. But for now, this should give plenty of coverage. But we'll add that kind of dead zone around the incinerators. We're going to add some of these for extra power for no reason other than to make this look a little bit more green and sustainable. We'll adjust these with Move It and try to hide one of the smokestacks on each one of these, so it's almost like a part of the building here. I don't like where this building's at though. It's not working for me. We'll move both of those in. That should help with that circle of devastation. Alright. There we go. Right there. That looks great. A little bit of overlap on a few of them. We may move as we expand it. How are these guys looking? Good, good. See if we can connect the road up here, give them a little bit more speed to empty these to the other incinerators. Alright. We'll let that do its thing and empty those garbage while we upgrade some of these on-ramps and highway sections. Time for major road upgrading. Some of these empty buildings here. On the hunt. On the hunt for them. Alright. Hey, I told you paths were coming. Do an overpass walkway there. Stretch this a little bit. There we go. Directly to the canal access. We'll loop this one around to connect it in. Over here, I am thinking of adding a path. Let's see. Something like this. Kind of go over and down. A lot of this wouldn't be possible without the power of anarchy. Another little overpass for the pedestrians, and then we connected into the city quay that we have there. I think we're going to do a little parking here too, so we'll at least do some pathing here. Kind of like that. There we go. Let that one stay. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Connect a little path right there from the library to the quay. And a little one from the end there. Do another little access that way, and I think we'll go ahead and run this way too. Just to there. Alright, time to fill in this with some residential. Ooh, there we go. Fill this in with some residential and watch it grow, guys. Alright, we'll let that bad boy speed run after we add this rest of this residential in. And I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you on the other side. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that little speed run. Let's give this a proper name here. Do something just making Sims very happy. I have to investigate that and find out. Pine Ridge. And eventually we'll add some pines in there. Alright, let's get them some nearby education options. Smarten these guys up. High schools serve that area very well. To each other to almost form one building. I feel like it's going to be an all you can go to. Because we're using it. We're going to splice the buildings together here. Make an amalgamation of education. It's kind of a song there. Alright, we'll do some new districts here for our areas. Actually, no, we'll do this one for here. Alright, we'll do this one for our little park with all its little paths and stuff. That'll be its own little area. As well as Just taking it off. Do this one here. There we go. Okay. Nice. Those nice little edges. I'm obsessing about the edges again now. Oh no. Oh no. Just a little detailed one. You know what? We'll go ahead and do this area too. Snag that little power station. Alright, then we'll do this, which is our sewage, but is now our falls. It's gonna look good when I'm done. We'll go ahead and, you know what? No, we'll go ahead and just connect this. Just swipe over this. Get rid of that. There we go. Get into the dirty work of detailing this little area up here. There we go. Get a little bit more natural looking here. And now we'll smooth it off a little bit. Again, a little bit of detail, and that should do us for that. I'll just start placing down some rocks, large ones, small ones, skinny ones, tall ones, all the rocks. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, it's already looking a lot better. It's filled up behind it now too, so. It's almost covered the buildings. It's kind of funny. Let's see if we can add in some shrubbery. Ooh. Stone. This is how you take something nasty and make it into something amazing. Alright, and as promised at the beginning of the episode, we are adding in a new access to the highway. Alright. I'm gonna let this go ahead and speed run for a minute, and you're gonna see me connecting up the highway using Move It, laying down a lot of roads, and doing some new areas for the following episodes coming up that I was talking about earlier in the episode as well. Alright guys, enjoy! I think this section of the city is going to be really cool, much like Subopolis, where it has the highway that's overpassed going through between the buildings, and then it goes back into an underpass section here. I think it's going to be quite cool. And why, for the life of me, parallel mode does not work underground is beside me, but, I don't know. Seems like a, missed part they could have done there. There we go. Get it lined up correctly there. Okay. Alright. Just move it to maneuver it around here a little bit. Sink it down a little further. Try to get these bumps to go away. There we go. Alright, move that one in a little bit, and we should be just about in business now. Yeah, there we go. Now I can extend over to here. I guess once the city's built, you could say that the highway had to go under here because there was a, I don't know, graveyard or an important building or something. We'll figure out the story as it goes. But for whatever reason, it went under and came back up again on the opposite side to lead right over a fishing shack, which appears to me to be under the water. We may need to do something about that. There we go. Alright, raise that up. We're not under the water. That's a different kind of fishing altogether there. Underwater expeditions. There we go. Alright. Got that paralleled. Hook that up. Just working around a little bit there. Sound barrier to that, as to not scare the fish. Alright. And then this part that we left in the previous episode, we're going to lay out the road layout for this area. Because I want this to connect into the original spot we started in the very beginning, in the first episode. And I also want this highway to loop around and connect in. For the moment. The highway will continue eventually, but for the moment it'll kind of end in a curve and connect into that other section. But we need to get a basic road layout for this area now. Alright, now that we have the main arterials, we're going to go through and lay down our regular streets. Yeah, we'll do these ones sideways just to switch it up. Get a little curve going. Do a little bit of a Christmas tree there. Get us a couple more little connections here. Little side road there. Time to fill this puppy in as well. I'm loving the overpass section. Gives us the freedom to keep our roads going right on through. This is going to be a really cool section. It's going to be bigger buildings. Mostly big business and office. Alright. We've got an idea here. Let's see if I can get this to work. Let's see if we can finagle it to get it to work there. Yeah. We're gonna do a larger section underground there. There we go. Now I should be able to use Move It to grab this and move the whole thing. Yep. Perfect. That is actually fantastic. Exactly what I was trying to get. To fill in these gaps in the dirt here so it doesn't look so weird. There we go. Smoothing it off a little bit. Alright, there we go. Time to connect this train back up. Raise it way up to get it to go over. There we go. Perfect. Let's see if we can connect that. There we go. Alright, and now back to the roads. Let's see here. We can grab that point. You know what? I'm not messing around. Anarchy in that bad boy. Anarchy in that bad boy. There we go. Boom. Alright. Let's see if we can fix this up a little bit here. That's our highway section. We'll be upgrading all this to the sound barrier highway too, because this is obviously going to have stuff going on. Probably not where the industrial is, necessarily, but definitely where the offices and business will be. The industrial doesn't care that much. There we go. A little entrance. This is not an exit. We'll fix that one up probably in the following episode, like we just did the ones we did in the beginning of this episode. Well, near the beginning. Alright, time to continue this on down. There we go. And right about there. Grab this one, connect this one up. Oop. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna do a couple little connections. We'll do them in the bus only one because that doesn't allow regular traffic. That only allows like trash, police, fire, EMS, stuff like that. Buses, obviously. Give them a couple little quick accesses right off the highway, directly in. The one's going directly into a bus access road, so it'll be able to just get right off the highway, right into there. We'll adjust them a little more to be a little more nicer in the following episode. Alright. Here we go. Sit here and watch this grow for a second finally that we built in the previous 2 episodes. Ooh, I see some anger and some happiness going off there. Generally though, I don't see a lot of little signs and symbols, so we're looking pretty good in this department. It's nice to see this area that we worked on the previous 2 episodes of the canals finally filling in. And then obviously on this side of the canal, we'll tackle that in the following episode as well. We got our plans cut out for us there. We're going to do another highway connection, connect up that other end of the highway to the other part, and fill in all of these portions here with the roads and residential and all the zoning and everything that comes with it. Alright, and as always guys, we're going to end with a couple little panoramic views there of what we did today. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the other side. we got a lot done today. Connected up our highway as we promised. Reconnected our railroads. Added a new highway whole section. It's gonna hook up to the rest of it in the following episode. We added in 2 whole new areas that we're gonna build out also as well. And yeah, we got a ton of stuff done. A lot of detail work. I'm pretty happy with what we did with the sewage situation. I'll take care of that for quite a few episodes to come, hopefully. We'll probably move the rest of those as well in the following episode. But I've done enough yammering on and taking up your time. And speaking of time, thank you for spending your most precious resource with me, your time. Always appreciate it. And if you could, drop a like on the video. And if you're a real legend and you feel like doing it, drop a subscribe on me. And I am gonna slide out of here for the day. Alright, guys? I fucking love you. And we'll see you on the next one. And as always, Mad Murder Nation Love to you. And remember, if nobody else cares, murder cares. Alright, y'all.